Meeting to order, and Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Here.
Representative Thomas,
Present.
Co-Chair Girdler, Chair Frazier Gordon.
Here. We do have a quorum, and we will start with, I need a motion and a second to approve the April meeting minutes. Okay, we have a motion by Representative Petrie and a second by my co-chair Girdler. Any objections? Okay, Catherine, would you please report the information items?
Pursuant to KRS 45760 sub 5, the University of Kentucky reported a federally funded research equipment purchase for its veterinary diagnostic laboratory. Pursuant to KRS 45812.1, through their fiscal agents, 3 school districts, none of which needed additional tax levies to pay debt service, reported upcoming revenue bond issues to finance new projects. The school districts were Ballard County, Jessamine County, and Laurel County. With the passage of House Bill 727, school districts are now starting to issue general obligation debt. Through their fiscal agents, 4 school districts, none of which needed additional tax levies to pay debt service, reported upcoming general obligation debt issues to finance new projects. The school districts were Fayette County, Hart County, Kenton County, and Wolfe County. Pursuant to KRS 164A 602, UK reported 2 emergency repair, maintenance, or replacement projects. The first was a change in fund source for the Grain and Forage Center of Excellence, and the second was the Robinson Center for Appalachian Resources Sustainability Multipurpose and Pavilion Buildings. Pursuant to House Bill 1 and House Bill 6, Northern Kentucky University reported 5 asset preservation projects. Through our $300 million project total, UK combined 3 House Bill 1 and House Bill 6 authorizations for its Construct Agriculture Research Facility. The School Facilities Construction Commission distributed a directive to fiscal agents and district staff regarding general obligation debt issuance processes.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. And we'll begin with Janice Thomas, who's here in person, to present agenda item 4, 6 items requiring action and 15 items requiring no action. And I'd like a motion and a second to roll the 6 action items into one roll call vote. Motion by Representative Petrie and a second by Senator Webb. Okay, Ms. Thomas, would you please begin with the action items, and after we vote on those, then you'll continue with the remaining items.
Good afternoon. My name is Janice Thomas, Deputy State Budget Director. As you mentioned, I have 21 projects to report today, 6 of which, thank you for rolling to go through these. And if I could speak as fast as Catherine, we'd probably be done in 5 minutes. But bear with me, and I'll try to present these in the most informative but yet abbreviated manner. So starting with the new project amendments, and the 6 that we're going to talk about, they're all pursuant to the authority of KRS 45760. They're all federal funded projects, so I just wanted to put that out to begin with. Starting with the new project amendments, Kentucky State University Blazer Library Renovation Project Amendment increase of $272,000. It was due to bids higher than estimated, bringing the total to $1,972,000, funded 100% federal funds using Title III funds. The next 2 are General Government, Department of Military Affairs project amendments. First is the Construct Joint Force Headquarters Boone National Guard Center, increase in federal fund authorization, $2 million for a total of $20,260,000 for design and construction of parade field adjacent to the Joint Force Headquarters facility. The next DMA project is Construct Burlington Field Maintenance Shop, increase of $1.6 million, bringing the total to $17,720,500, funded 100% federal funds from the Department of Defense Military Construction Cooperative Agreement. Next are the federal funded new projects. First is the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, Kentucky State Police 2009 Cessna 182T aircraft project in the amount of $250,000, funded 100% from the U.S. Justice Asset Forfeiture Funds. The primary use of this aircraft will be to convert drug surveillance as well as other search and rescue missions. Next are 2 general government DMA military affairs projects. First is the multipurpose machine gun range project in the amount of $9 million federal funds from the Department of Defense Military Construction Cooperative Agreement. The project is a multi-purpose machine gun range with 5 weapon lanes, roadways, control towers, utility service, information systems, fire detection, alarm systems, walkways, etc. The information, further details in your packet. And the last federal fund new project is the Boone National Guard Center Front Access Control Point project in the amount of $3,700,000, funded 50% minor capital construction funds and 50% from the State National Guard Modernization Pool. This project modifies the front access control point to include security building for forces to operate. That concludes presentation for the top 6.
Okay, very good. Any questions from members? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion and a second to approve those 6 action items, please? Motion by Representative Thomas. Second by Co-Chair Girdler. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Aye.
Co-Chair Girdler,
Aye.
Chair Fraser Gordon.
Yes, the 6 action items are approved, and you may now continue with the 15 items that require no action.
Thank you. Next are the pool projects costing $1 million or more. The authorization for these are in the budget bill, Part 2. Starting with the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, there is the Department of Criminal Justice Training, Boonesboro Firing Range, General Upgrades project in the amount of $1,072,000, funded from the 22-24 maintenance pool. Next is the Department of Corrections, Luther Luckett Correctional Complex Fire Alarm Replacement project in the amount of $2,440,000, funded with a combination of maintenance pools. And I have a breakout of those pools in your packet. If you like, I can recite the amounts for each of those. Next is the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, Behavioral Health, Developmental and Intellectual Disabilities, Central State Hospital Building, Psychiatric Dorm Building Roof Replacement Project in the amount of $3.5 million, funded with 22-24 maintenance pool. The next 3 are Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet pool projects, which were part of the $150 million State Parks Improvement Fund that was authorized in House Bill 1 of the 22 regular session, of which $71 million was allocated via House Joint Resolution 56 in the 24th session. So first is the Central Office Multi-Park Building Automated Systems Project in the amount of $6,283,200, funded with the Building Systems Repair and Replacement Pool. Next are the 2, we took the Accommodations and Hospitality Upgrades project and split it into 2. One is with the DECA, the Department of Engineering and Contract Administration, in the amount of $21 million. And the other piece of that is with Department of Parks, a $1 million pool. So we've created 2 pools within a pool so that they could be managed separately with Department of Parks and DECA to be more efficient. Moving on to post-secondary education, Kentucky Community and Technical College 22-24 asset preservation pool projects, to which all satisfy the 15% required state matching funds. First is Renovate Construct Transportation Training Center, Ashland CTC. Project total of $12 million is funded with $10,435,200 in bonds and $1,564,800 in restricted funds. This project is to renovate a building at the Technology Drive campus. Second is the Renovate Main Building Phase 2, Ashland CTC project. Total $11.4 million is funded with $9,913,440 in bonds and $1,486,560 in restricted funds. This project will update electrical and security systems, plumbing, lighting, restrooms, windows, and doors. Third is the fire alarm upgrades, Big Sandy CTC. Total $2.7 million, funded with $2,347,920 in bond funds and $352,080 in restricted funds. Next is the HVAC replacement Bluegrass CTC project, $2.5 million, funded with $2,174,000 in bonds, $326,000 in restricted funds. Next is the Renovate Science Building Labs, Elizabethtown CTC, total $6.4 million and funded $5,565,440 in bonds and $834,560 in restricted funds. Next is the Renovate Edgewood Campus Gateway CTC project. $3.5 million is funded with $3,043,600 in bonds, $456,400 in restricted funds. Next is Renovate Science Labs at the Jefferson CTC. A total of $3 million, funded with $2,608,800 in bonds, $391,200 in restricted funds. And the last KCTCS pool project is replace switchgear downtown campus in Owensboro CTC. Total $2.8 million, funded with $2,434,880 in bonds and $365,120 in restricted funds. And finally, the last project today, pool project, is an amendment. It's for the Kentucky Department of Education, School for the Blind, HVAC. The source of funds is being amended from the 2022 State Schools HVAC bond funded pool to the 22-24 State Schools HVAC federal fund pool. These federal funds must be obligated by December 31st. There's no other element of this project being amended. That concludes my presentation.
Okay, any questions from members? Representative Petrie?
Just a comment, looking over these list of projects with CTC in particular, just note that with that list of projects, there's like an hour and a half of Western Kentucky that's still out there that's not covered. Hour and a half at least. Yeah, there you go.
We already had those out for bid because they had to further go.
I've got, just making sure I'm looking down through there. I've got a gap coverage of an hour and a half in far west is all I say.
Noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Natalie Bronner is here remotely, I believe, to present agenda item 5, 3 lease modifications requiring action and 2 lease modifications requiring no action. And again, I'd like a motion and a second to roll the 3 action items into one roll call vote. Motion by Representative Thomas and a second by Senator Webb. Does any member object? Okay, Ms. Bronner, you may begin.
Thank you. And I think that was pretty impressive for Janice's presentation of 21. So that was very good. Again, my name is Natalie Bronner. I'm the Director of Division of Real Properties. And the first item I'm reporting today is the lease modification for leasehold improvements to improve truck deliveries and expand parking for PR 4882 for the Cabinet for Health and Family Services in Franklin County. The lessor provided 2 estimates for the work with a low bid of $79,400 received from William Lynn Assets. The lessor is requiring the Commonwealth to incur all renovation expenses, which will be amortized through June 30th of 2026. This lease modification is being reported prior to execution per KRS 56-823-11A. The next item is a lease modification for PR 5819 for the Office for Children in Special Healthcare Needs and the Department for Income Support in Hardin County. Per KRS 56813, a new lease has been established for 7,457 square feet at the same terms and conditions at $9.25 per square foot annually, including water and sewer. Leasehold improvements are necessary to accommodate the agency, which requires some demolition and renovation, including framing and drywall, new doors, upgrade of electrical and HVAC services, flooring, cabinetry, and interior finish work. Based on the scope of work and cost, the lessor has requested the agency absorb the entire renovation costs. The lessor provided 2 estimates for the work, and the agency has recommended acceptance of the low bid of $355,950 from David Company LLC, which will be amortized through the newly extended term of June 30th, 2031. This lease modification is being reported prior to execution per KRS 56-823-11A. The next item is a lease modification for PR 3920 for the Auditor of Public Accounts in Franklin County. In order to accommodate new staff per KRS 56813, the agency has requested to increase its square footage by 6,033 square feet with a new total of 23,538 square feet at $9 per square foot with a new annual total of $211,842. This lease modification is being reported prior to execution as well per KRS 56-823-11A.
Okay, any questions from members? Seeing no further questions, I have a motion and a second to approve the 3 lease modifications. A motion by my co-chair,
Second.
second by Representative Thomas. Please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Aye.
Co-Chair Girdler,
Aye.
Chair Fraser Gordon.
Yes, those 3 lease modifications are approved, and you may now please continue with the 2 lease modifications that require no action.
Thank you. The Board of Dentistry currently occupies 2,846 square feet in PR 4874 and at a lease rental rate of $11.75 per square foot. Per KRS 813-2, a lease modification for leasehold improvements was needed for upgraded carpet, luxury vinyl tile, and painting, totaling $25,499.45, which is being amortized through the current term of June 30th, 2025. This lease modification is being reported per KRS 56-823-11A for a modification under $50,000. PR 5801 is occupied by the Kentucky Commission on Human Rights, and they currently lease 6,474 square feet of office space at a rental rate of $11.75 per square foot annually, or $76,069.52. Per KRS 56-813-2, a lease modification for leasehold improvements was needed for demo and installation of framing and drywall, upgrade of electrical services, flooring, and painting for a total of $48,414.02, which is being amortized through the current term of June 30th, 2025. This lease modification is being reported per KRS 56-823-11A for a modification under $50,000. And that concludes my presentation.
Okay, seeing no questions, I believe that should do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Also remotely, next we have Sandy Williams from the Office of Financial Management. She will present agenda item 6A, 1 loan and 22 cleaner water program grants requiring action. May I have a motion and a second to roll them into one roll call vote? Motion by Representative Petrie, second by Senator Webb. And Ms. Williams, you may begin.
Thank you, Chair Fraser Gordon and members of the committee. I'm Sandy Williams, Executive Director with the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority. Pursuant to KRS 224A-100, the authority will present, as you said, 1 loan and 22 grants for the committee's review today. Our loan is for the city of Hardinsburg. This is a Fund F loan in the amount of $120,000, and it's for their lead inventory and replacement project. The project includes a comprehensive inventory of each service connection within the system to determine the service line material on both sides of the meter. This will be a 100% principal forgiveness loan, which maintains compliance with the federal requirements and was approved at the June 6th KA board meeting. For the 22 grant-funded projects, 10 of those are from round 1 of the Cleaner Water Program, which was authorized under Senate Bill 36 of the 2021 session. Again, there are 10 grants. 2 of those are sewer projects, which are allocations from the supplemental pool, and 8 of those are water grants, 6 which are allocations from the supplemental pool, and 2 are reallocations from the county allocation pool. From round 2 of the Cleaner Water Program, authorized under House Bill 1 of the 22 session, there are 12 grants. The sewer projects consist of 4 allocations from the supplemental pool and 1 reallocation from the county allocation pool. And looking at the water projects, there are 5 allocations from the supplemental pool and 2 reallocations from the county allocation pool. And Senator Girdler, I believe 3 of those projects are in your area and 2 are in Representative Frohmeyer's district. So that concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
It pays to know somebody, don't it?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Any questions for members? Seeing no questions, I'd like a motion and a second to approve the 23 Kentucky Infrastructure Authority transaction. I have a motion by my co-chair Girdler and a second by Representative Thomas. And you may please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Aye.
Co-Chair Girdler,
Aye.
Chair Fraser Gordon.
Yes. The Kentucky Infrastructure Authority transactions were approved, and thank you, Ms. Williams.
Thank you so much.
Okay. In person, we have the two together finally. We have Katie Smith and Kylie Palmer to present agenda item 6B, 6 Economic Development Fund grants. And again, we'd like a motion and a second to roll them into one roll call vote. Motion by Representative Petrie. Second by Senator Webb. And you may begin.
Hello there. Good afternoon. I'm Kylie Palmer, Director of Program Administration. Katie Smith, Deputy Secretary of the Cabinet. And we have 6 projects to present to you today. First, we have the City of Cynthiana on behalf of Cynthiana Harrison County Economic Development Authority. They were approved by KEDFA for a $450,000 KPDI EDF grant. This is to acquire a 60-acre property and complete the due diligence and site prep readiness. Matching funds are provided through a combination of local support and a bank loan, and the total potential investment for this project is $900,000. Next, we have Clay County Fiscal Court on behalf of the Elk Hill Regional Industrial Authority. This was approved for a project with a potential investment of $2 million. The project is seeking to perform water infrastructure upgrades to the Elk Hill Regional Industrial Park. This is a regional project with support from Clay, Knox, and Leslie counties. Matching funds are provided through the IDA, and the project was approved by KEDFA for a $1 million KPDI EDF grant. Garrett County Fiscal Court, on behalf of the Lancaster-Garrett County Industrial Development Authority, was approved by KEDFA for a $290,000 KPDI EDF grant. This is to acquire a 53-acre property and complete the due diligence and site readiness prep. Matching funds are provided through a combination of an IDA funds and a seller loan, and total potential investment for this project, $580,000. Next, we have Hickman County Fiscal Court on behalf of the Hickman County Industrial Development Authority. This is approved for a project with a potential investment of $182,000. Project is seeking assistance in the development of a site in the Enterprise Park, Clinton. Matching funds are provided through the IDA, and the project was approved by KEDFA for a $91,000 KPDI EDF grant. Jessamine County Fiscal Court, on behalf of the Jessamine County Joint Economic Development Authority, was approved by KEDFA for a $2 million KPDI EDF grant. This is to assist in the development of the Jeannette Industrial Park. Matching funds are provided through a combination of federal funding, a bank loan, and equity, and total potential investment for this project, $10,527,753. The last project we have is Woodford County Fiscal Court, on behalf of the City of Versailles, was approved for a project with a potential investment of $4 million. Project is seeking to acquire land, complete due diligence, as well as site prep, infrastructure improvements, and road improvements at the Edgewood Industrial Site. Matching funds are provided through local support, and the project was approved by KEDFA for a $2 million KPDI EDF grant. The 6 projects presented today were all identified by the independent site selection consultant as having a potential for future investment and a location of an economic development project. We have signed concurrence letters from Secretary Knoll and Secretary Johnson, and these projects were all presented to State Prop and Building Commissions on June 13th.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Exciting stuff. Any questions from members? Seeing no questions, do I have a motion and a second to approve the 6 Economic Development Fund grants? It was, motion by Representative Petrie, second by Representative Thomas. And Madam Secretary, you may call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Aye.
Co-Chair Girdler,
Aye.
Chair Fraser Gordon.
Yes, those fund grants are approved, and thank you both for being here. And next up, we have Steve Starkweather in person. Is here to present agenda items 6C and D, 2 previous debt issues requiring no action, and 6 school district debt issues with SFCC participation that do require action. Would you please begin with the two previous debt issues?
Sure. My name's Steve Starkweather. I'm the Deputy Executive Director for Financial Analysis with the state. The first item is a follow-up reporting for the results of the $186,250,000 University of Kentucky General Receipts Bonds Series B, tax exempt, and Series C, taxable, dated February 27, 2024. The transaction had an all-in tick of 3.66%. This was a competitively bid transaction, and the OFM approval letter pursuant to KRS 42420 is included in your packet. Carry on.
Those two previous debt issues required no action. Any questions? Before continuing, could I have a motion and a second to roll them into one roll call vote? Motion by my co-chair and second by Representative Petrie. And Mr. Starkweather, you may begin.
Okay. Did you want me to finish up on State Brock first?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, please.
Okay. This second item of reporting is for the results of the $685,585,000 State Property and Buildings Commission, project number 130, revenue bonds, Series A, and revenue refunding, Series B and C, dated February 1st of 2024. Series A provided $250 million of new money for projects. Series B refunded $428,290,000 in par for Build America bonds and generated $2.745 million in savings. Series C was a tender refunding transaction of $50,685,000 and generated $2.862 million in net present value savings. This was a negotiated transaction, and the OFM approval letter is included in your packet.
Thank you for those updates. Your dramatic pause, I just fell right for it. So that's right. Okay, we've already taken care of the business for the next, so now you may begin with the others.
All right. There are 6 new money SFCC transactions for the committee's review and approval. Bardstown Independent, Bourbon County, Harrison County, Lawrence County, Mayfield Independent, Wolfe County. None of these are resubmissions, and there are no tax increases required.
You're finished, correct?
I am.
Any questions from members? All right. I need a motion and a second to approve those debt issues, please. Motion by Senator Webb and second by Representative Petrie. And Madam Secretary, you may please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Howell, Senator Webb, Representative Herron, Representative Petrie,
Yes.
Representative Thomas,
Aye.
Co-Chair Girdler,
Aye.
Chair Frazier Gordon.
Yes, the 6 SFCC debt issues are approved. And thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Starkweather. That brings us to the end of the agenda. Next meeting will be Wednesday, July 31st, with my co-chair presiding. And if no other business, we are adjourned.
32 minutes. I'm so impressed with you.
You got dinner.
I do. I got to be back in Uptown by 6. Supposed to be back at 4, and there's no way I was going to make that one, but 6 I can do. She did. I said, Deanna, 30. I said 35 minutes, and she did it in 32. There you go. Yeah, learn from her. Hello.
Be careful.
Thanks.
It's either that or more what.